This is David Woolridge getting interviewed by Heather.
So your name's... All right. Introduce yourself to the world.
I'm Stephen Barcroft. I'm 16 years old. I go to Great Lakes Secondary, and I'm the drummer of the band.
My name is Chris Joseph. I'm 16 years old. I go to Great Lakes Secondary School.
And what do you play in the band?
I'm the lead guitarist.
I'm Ryan Hurd, and I will be turning 16 in a few weeks. I play rhythm guitar and vocals, and this is my LTD EC256, and I go to Great Lakes Secondary School.
Alright, I'm David Woolridge. I play bass for the band. I'm 17. I go to Great Lakes Secondary School.
What's that beside you there?
This is a cymbal.
A symbol for what?
A symbol for what? Is that
So I like to hit that.
What's your favorite thing about being in the band?
Definitely the gigs. I like playing in front of people because I've been doing it since I was 4 years old. So it's something I love doing, and I love jamming with the guys because that's basically what I do at home, and I'm always by myself. So it gets boring after a while.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, just being able to have the freedom to express myself to people.
Probably it opens another door for me. I never played any drums before the band. That's just what we needed, so I picked up drumming, and it's a lot of fun. It's less serious music study for me. I take the band seriously, but I don't have to worry about as much playing with them. I love doing the concerts, and I love practicing with them because I can just put it all out there. I can give it my all and hit things really hard.
I just like jamming out with the guys, rocking and rolling, and I'd say definitely the gigs are the best because you got all the fans screaming at you. You actually feel pretty important at that moment.
And do you see yourself having a future as a musician?
Yes, the bit more I can play music, the better I can connect to the world.
Yeah, I quite honestly can't see myself anywhere else. Music is what keeps me going. I'm not sure I could see my future without music in it.
Yeah, I could definitely see myself in music. That's something I want to do when I grow up because that's where my interests are. And I look up to a lot of professionals like Richie Faulkner, Judas Priest, Glenn Tipton, Zach Wilde, all those big name guys. It's something I want to follow and something I want to do for the rest of my life. So yeah.
Well, my plans for post-secondary, I'm looking at mechanical engineering at either McMaster, Western, or U Ontario. And when it comes to the band, depending how we hit it off this year, I really would like to stay with the band. But if it's unmanageable, it might not work. But I would really enjoy to keep going with the guys because it's such a great time. We rehearse every Friday, and it's one of the highlights of my week, definitely, week in, week out.
Where are you thinking of continuing your studies?
University at the moment is what it's looking at.
All right.
For sax, probably.
For sax, jazz or classical?
Jazz would probably be my direction, just
All right.
because that's the side of things I like to be on.
All right. And are you thinking of continuing as in a rock band, or is there I know you play sax in high school?
I think I'm thinking of continuing as a rock band.
All right. And do you see yourself going to school to learn more about say jazz guitar or classical guitar to further that?
Possibly, if I want to extend my guitar skills, yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. Are there any other instruments you play?
Yes, there are quite a list. I play sax,
What kind?
alto, tenor, bari, a little bit of soprano I picked up actually. That was fun.
Ooh, Kenny G in the house.
Yeah, no. I mess around on whatever other band instruments I can get my hands on, clarinet, trumpet, trombone, but I also play guitar and I play bass. So when we were starting this band, it was a weird aspect to know I did everything else in the band, but I'm the drummer. So that was really cool for me. I got to open a new avenue, and I also do piano and stuff, sing, whatever.
For influences for your style of playing, who's name like your top maybe like 3 to 5 if you have that.
3 to 5. Okay, this is.
If you have that.
Yeah, it's a longer list, but I'll simplify it.
All right, you can go on if you want.
All right, I got Marty Freeman, Zach Wilde, Richie Faulkner. Then we have Glenn Tipton, and then the last one would have to be Dave Murray.
Well, yeah, that's the other highlight of this band for sure. Is I get the opportunity to headbang. Like, really.
Would you like to give a demonstration?
Oh, just a short one.
Thank you.
How's it going, guys?
Great.
All right. So, when did you guys form as a band?
Beginning of last school year.
Beginning of last school year, and that was
Last September.
that was last. Okay.
Yeah.
And what exactly inspired you to start like as a band?
I think it was just the taste of music. Like, we all enjoy playing rock music, so
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the connection we had there.
All right. How did you like meet with each other? Was it in band class, in extracurricular band, or was it just hanging out in the music room at lunch?
It's sort of in classes.
I got added to the band late in December. It was at a Santa Claus parade. My
I had
lead
asked
guitarist
him-
Chris,
Yeah.
he asked me to join as bassist because they were looking for a bassist, and
A Christmas
and my bass
miracle.
chops were just
it's a
terrible.
Christmas miracle.
It's a
It
Christmas
is, it
miracle.
is.
We were
Yeah.
talking about starting a band, and we had the components. So yeah, I think it came up in music class and band and stuff between me
Basically.
and Ryan and Chris had been talking before that.
Yeah, we had been talking several months beforehand, and
That's
then we did a performance together at a Solidarity Day, and then we played like 3 set song. It was good. It was good.
How would you describe the genre of the band itself?
Hard rock.
Just hard rock. Okay.
Yeah, hard rock.
All right.
basically.
So we're going to go down the line, and we're going to say like your individual tastes, so that we can kind of get a sense of how you kind of form together, but what you listen to outside of the band. So, David.
Well, outside of the band, I listen to some, classic rock. I listen to pretty much anything that's instrumental. Like, I'll listen to movie soundtracks and stuff like that. Like jazz band, concert band stuff, because I used to be in the school music program. But yeah, definitely rock is my main core of my music taste.
All right, Chris.
It started with rock for me, and this is outside of school. I started with classic rock, and then I found my way to thrash metal, which is like Metallica, Megadeth.
Okay.
And then when I met these guys, my taste kind of changed a bit because I was playing more of like Van Halen and Kiss. So I'm a hard rock player now.
All right. What about you, Ryan?
I was just listening to anything ranging from the Beatles to Metallica, so I have a pretty wide, diverse influence.
All right. And Steven?
Oh, I kind of don't fit into the group. I love jazz and blues. I've grown up listening to rock, and I love rock, but yeah, no, jazz and blues and rock would be my home. This actually took my music taste a lot further.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
All right. So, how has your musicianship changed since you formed the band? Because we just kind of touched on that. How did it push you in one direction, or did it make you start listening to other things? Or I don't know how to word this, but do you understand what I'm asking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I personally, like I said, I listen to a lot more heavier rock now. I used to be a classic rock guy, easy stuff I could sing along to, but started drumming with this band, and I started getting into the Iron Maiden and stuff a lot more than previously.
All right. Does anyone else have?
Well, my music taste for rock and roll was pretty mainstream. It was a little condensed. But once I got into this band, we started listening to a wider range of music. I learned some new songs, and I'm starting to really be a big rock and roll fan, which is really great. And
Sure.
on stage, I'd say I've really stepped out of my comfort zone a lot, and I'm feeling pretty good. Like, my stage presence has really grown since our first gig back in last March.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
So let's talk about stage presence. Has that changed for the three of you guys?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yes.
has.
Yeah.
Quite drastically. Last October when we had our first Tunes at Noon as a band, I would generally just stand there with like my head down. But this year it changed drastically because it's like faster music, it's more upbeat, and it's stuff I can relate to and kind of get into.
Yeah, my stage presence, I'm comfortable on stage, but with this band, it's a whole different character. I get the hair going and stuff. I think that's half the reason I'm here.
Yeah. It's like honestly living in a different person's life. Like you're not living basically your normal life. It's almost like you're not there, but you are.
All right, yeah, I feel that when I
Yeah.
perform, I forget about my own problems and I focus just on the music. Or I try my
for
best
sure.
to. Yeah.
It's a thrill.
Yeah. Are you more comfortable on stage because you've had more experience, or would the dynamic between the four of you, have you gotten more comfortable and that would have influenced it at all?
I think we've personally, I've grown quite a bit into my comfort zone, and we've all gelled pretty well. Their first gig, those three guys, was October Tunes at Noon, but mine was the 2016 Skits Review. So there was about 1,000 people watching us. It was my first ever gig. I was scared to death, and my stage presence wasn't very good. I sort of froze, but by the third night, because it was a 3-night show, I started really getting pretty comfortable and started doing some headbanging and rock and roll.
Yeah, because I was at that show and you were feeling
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It was pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yes, I
enjoyed
know.
it, yeah.
I was so terrified in front of all those people.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying when get out of the gates and you got 1,000 people staring at you. It's your first ever show and you're like, don't mess up. Because I'm not personally someone to do, be top 4 guy. Because in concert band there's 30 and I play lower brass, so that's way in the back row. No one sees you. No one really knows if you mess up. But this bass guitar, it's not electric guitar, but it still feels kind of pressure.
You're the only one in your section,
Yeah.
so to say. Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
All
it's a little
right.
nerve-wracking, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
How has music changed you as a person outside of performing and practicing and rehearsing with your band?
Oh, it's changed me in a lot of ways because I used to be really painfully shy growing up, and it's kind of provided me that outlet to connect with people.
That's awesome. Yeah,
that
that's
would
me
be
too.
that would be the same for me. I never really talked to people, but then once I started playing in front of large audiences of people started to want to hang out with me. People know my name, and I get comfortable. And then it also changed my appearance as well because I never really wore. Well, I'm not wearing my ripped jeans right now, but I normally wear ripped jeans, jean jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sort of 80 feel. So it I don't know. The music I played just really changed me in that sense.
All right.
Music has definitely, changed me. I really don't know what I would be like without music because, it's what I do. My personality is built around music.
So my next question is, are there challenges that you face as a band, either individually or as a group?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenges for us, it's gotten a lot better, but especially when we started picking songs and sets, because we all were rock fans, but it differed from metal to very, very classic soft rock. So it's taken us a while to find that middle point. I think that was a struggle for the band for sure.
All right. Does everyone else agree with that?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
but
Alright.
we're at the point now where it's we all can choose because now that we found that middle point, we can choose songs that everybody knows and everybody likes, and it's just like that. It snaps.
Yeah. Is there any compromises you have? Like if one person doesn't like a song, but you'll do it for another person, or
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
We've had those.
Yeah, we do songs that we've done songs that I didn't know going in, but I love now. Trooper by Iron Maiden. I had no idea what that was going in, but now I love it.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
All right. And what do you guys see for the future as a band?
Well, right now, we're planning on doing a few gigs. Well, obviously the review and Tunes at Noon coming up, but we're also going to try and get in some bars in downtown Sarnia and do some possible night shows on weekdays or something like that. So we're going to try and get some
Yeah.
gigs to sort of
Try and move ourselves out of
Creative-
just the school audience.
create
Yeah.
almost, I don't know if you call it a fan base or not, but get our name out there and
Yeah, for sure.
you know.
Yeah, because
know.
if you play like First Fridays even in Sarnia,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people downtown during that time, and the
Mhm.
music scene in Sarnia is actually really good compared to some
Yeah.
places. So
it's growing too, so
Yeah.
more and more people are gonna come, and I
Mhm.
think we can get a good show going.
yeah. So
Yeah,
do you
definitely.
have a Facebook page or do you have a website that people can visit?
Yeah.
Well, we're working on that currently. Yeah, maybe we'll get you to link it on the video.
Alright.
Right now we're working on that.
All right, perfect.
It's fickle.
Yeah, it's
Last gen.
last gen fickle.
I actually fixed it when I was on your laptop here. I fixed it.
Last gen official.
Last gen
Okay, there
official.
we go.
Last gen official. Let's talk about the name. What's the You've got your logo here on your shirt. What's the significance of the logo and the name?
Well,
The name has kind of like a lot to do with like the decline of rock music and how it's like become less popular in this generation, and pop charts are taking over.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the name came about. We played our first show, and I forget what name we went up with. It was something stupid, but
I remember
After-
actually what it was.
after the show we were talking, and it was just so incredible. I had heard before I went to school that there was bands and there was music and stuff, and we got up and we were the only thing even close to a band playing, so it was kind of a big wow, this is not as huge as it should be.
Yeah.
So we were kind of the last generation, we're feeling.
I didn't know that. That's sweet.
Yeah.
And the Star Wars font and the Death Star.
This guy.
Oh, are you wearing a Star Wars shirt today?
Yes, I am.
So
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
yeah, so he took care of the logo, and I mean it's pretty sweet. We're not complaining.
I like it. One other question. I'm kind of backtracking again, but your influence as musicians within the school atmosphere. I know that 3 out of the 4 of you were in like ensemble class with Miss Dath. Chris,
Yeah.
were you in it?
No.
No. Okay, so this is kind of for these 3. How did your influence in that class? I don't know how to word this. Did it help improve your performance in the rock band, or was there a big difference, like a contrast? Does that question make sense?
Well, I could sort of answer that question. I started music program definitely in grade 9 with Miss Catton, but then 10, 11 I was with Miss Dath. And honestly, I didn't actually learn the bass guitar until last year when they asked me to join the band.
Did you know guitar before?
I know a little bit of guitar, not too much, but they asked, and they're like, do you play bass guitar? I'm like, well, a little, because I would play right-handed bass, flipped upside down, when there was 5 minutes of class left in music class, and I'd just be, like, picking away or whatever. But then they asked, I'm like, oh, crap, all right, let's do it. And I'd say it was a good decision to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my musicianship is definitely different in this band outside of class. I'm a sax player, and like my musicianship is completely different. I didn't consider myself a drummer for the first months and months of this band, because really I'm not a drummer, but it was just so awesome jamming with the guys that I definitely took something else out of it, but I don't think it crosses over a ton with my class stuff,
Okay.
because it's a whole different world for me.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
to add on to that, I was learning tenor sax in my music class, but then I was asked to join the concert band. He helped me a lot out with some of that stuff I struggled with on the instrument.
Sounds
Nice. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Was that like the peer tutoring, or was that
no,
just
no.
just chilling in class?
Just I'm a sax player. He's a sax player. Hey,
Connect.
yeah, connect.
All right. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. This means a lot that you guys were all able to make this. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
You're
having
very
us.
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah, it
The
was good.
donation it really helped out our program.
What donation?
Of
The
McDonald's.
publicity is enough.
you bought us McDonald's.
One person McDonald's. Actually.
You will buy us McDonald's.
Oh. Thanks for having us, Heather.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys.